Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is Anton, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because we're in the middle of one of my new favorite records of all time, Savage Garden, Savage Garden. This is song number 7 or 8, and this is Break Me, Shake Me. This is also an excerpt of that full album reaction, so if you enjoy this one and you want to check out the entire thing, check out the first link down below. Because, yeah, this is an incredible record so far. But anyway, before we get into this one, I do want to mention all of you guys, if you have any suggestions for artists you'd like to see return to the channel, leave them in the Discord, link down below. It's totally free. It takes about 2 minutes to set up an account. Then follow the link down below and join the my community. Just know I do not take any suggestions from the YouTube comment section down below. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the support squad. Thank you guys. Sincerely, hopefully you guys know how much I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what funds the entire channel. So if any of you guys want to help out and support the channel, definitely consider checking out the support squad down below in the Patreon, and that's for all song requests, full album stuff, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, links to everything down below. So let's get into Savage Garden, Break Me, Shake Me.
Never thought I'd change my opinion again, but you moved me in a way that I've never known. Well, you moved me in a way that I've never known.
Sinister feeling here. Bass, man.
Straight away you just moved into position again. You abused me in a way that I've never known. You abused me in a way that I've never known. So break me, shake me, hate me, take me over with the madness. Stop, and you won't be alone. Just break me, shake me, hate me, take me over with the madness. Stop, and you won't be alone.
Yeah, I like this. Their instrumentals are always incredible.
So you're the kind who deals with the games in the mind. Well, you confuse me in a way that I've never known. You confuse me in a way that I've never known.
Ooh, that's
So
cool.
break me, shake me, hate me, take me over with the madness. Stop, then you won't be alone. So won't you break me, shake me, hate me, take me over with the madness. Stop, then you won't be alone. No.
Okay, so a couple things. So far, I'm loving the angst in the chorus, just the angst in this whole song. And also, I know, actually, I don't want to put anybody in a box, but some people are gonna be like, "Oh, this guy knows the song. He's lip syncing." I read the lyrics before every single song, so I already know the lyrics to this song. And then it's just I've heard the chorus once, so now I know it. But with that out of the way, yeah, there's just like that bass guitar. The verses have such a moody atmosphere, and then it kicks in that chorus, and then it adds a bit more layers to the background, and it's just like it's interesting. Again, because most of this song is really soft, sensitive, sensual, and romantic, and then this one has a bit more of a bite to it, which is really cool. But anyway, let's get back in this. Loving it so far. Great drum too. And I love the shaking of the camera. I love that. No.
She said, I can help you, but what do you say? Because it's not free, baby. You have to pay. You just keep me contemplating.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, I like that guitar. Cool video here too. Yeah, Daniel. Metal.
God, don't you know I live with a ton of regret? 'Cause I used to move you in a way that you never known. But then I accused you in a way
Oh, you can hear the pain.
About
Oh, dude, Savage Garden are freaking masters of their craft. Once again, no song sounds the same. We are literally 7 or 8 songs into the record, and everything sounds unique. You know, these guys are quickly becoming one of my favorite bands. You know, hands freaking down. Like I adore Savage Garden. These guys are just fun, sensitive, thought-provoking, philosophical, psychological, catchy, if I said that. Like everything. They have a song for you. No matter what you want to listen to. Something upbeat, Tears of Pearl. Something like moody. It's like maybe like Truly Madly Deeply, or what's the other one? Universe. If you want something almost like spacey, To the Moon and Back, and all of them are catchy. And then you want something a bit more like theatrical and dramatic, the Cinderella one. It's like, man, they have a song for like every emotion, and it's like Darren Hayes is such an exceptional vocalist, and Daniel, man, I forget his last name, but Daniel is just such an immensely talented instrumentalist. I can't believe he writes all this. Like it's mesmerizing. The guy is absolutely talented. It's stupid how talented these guys are. Like I just can't believe it. And I love what he said about the song. Actually, this is interesting. To this day, people still say it sounds like a Michael Jackson record. I kind of hear that. Kind of like Give In To Me. It has that dark kind of vibe that Give In To Me had, which is a huge compliment. Yeah, hands down, man. I love Michael Jackson. And dude, Savage Garden, man, they're incredible. And then lyrically, it's about an argument I've had with one of my best friends from school. She's still a dear friend to this day. I just love hearing that. I love hearing people get in fights. They still make up and they're best friends. So I wrote this really nasty song being really dramatic, and I remember having to call her up saying, listen, I don't feel this angry anymore, but I just want to say that I've written a really angry song about you. We still laugh about it. It's like, yeah, this song is pure just vibe. And there's a couple of really good lines, actually. Yeah, I like this. I like the bridge, actually. God, don't you know that I live with a ton of regret because I used to move you in a way that you've never known. But then I accused you in a way that you've never known, but you hurt me in a way that I've never known. So, like, again, one thing I like about Darren is he blames, but he always takes partial ownership. That's what I like about him. Like, again, anger, you have to vent anger. You have to communicate. If a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's a vice if you are angry, and it's a virtue if you retain your anger. Bullshit. I've been someone who retained my anger my entire life. You just end up passive aggressive as hell. Like, that's what happens. It's not a virtue. It's like, learn how to communicate your feelings. Because if you don't, you think you're being virtuous, you think you're being better because you're not yelling, but you're being just as manipulative. You're being just as passive aggressive. Or you're being passive aggressive, not aggressive, right? Because I was the king of passive aggression when I was growing up. Now I've become a very straight communicator because, again, I just realized I have to, because I'm just, yeah, I'm a piece of crap when I'm holding on to my anger and letting it boil into resentment and pretending like I'm not an angry person. But if you were to watch me for a month, you'd be like, damn, this dude's passive aggressive. It's like he doesn't even know how passive aggressive he is. And it's just like, yeah, like if you have resentment, if you have anger, believe me, it's going to come out. Just know that, and try to find a healthy way of communicating it. Tell your partner, your friend, what is bothering you before you become resentful. When, like, you know, there's a rule, kind of like, if they do it once, it might just be a fluke or an accident. If they do it twice, then just, you know, again, have a conversation before it really bothers you, right? Just be like, hey, look, you know, when you say this, I like, again, you know, it's all about kind of the language you use. Yeah, every time I say, every time you do this, it's like when you say you do this, you're inviting a fight. If you say every time you do and it makes me feel, again, you're not making them wrong. You're just saying, when this dynamic happens, I feel like crap. And then they actually, much of the time, go, oh, I'm sorry about that. Instead of saying, man, when you do this, you're a real asshole, right? When you start pointing fingers at people, they retaliate because, again, we're animals, right? We have the animalistic side, that reptilian brain, that when it feels threatened, because also a lot of people don't realize that we all we think about is physical threats. But there's emotional threats. There's identity threats. Because when you point fingers at someone, at their identity's threatened, their ego's threatened. And boy, the ego has just as much of a survival instinct as the physical body does. And yeah, you're just gonna go fighting. So that's one thing I've learned, is I'm still mastering it. I'm still trying to figure it out. But even again with vulnerability, rather than blaming people for things, just yeah, the only thing I have ownership over is how I react, how I feel about something. And yeah, I am always surprised by how compassionate people are when I just share, when I take my ego out as best as I can, and I just say, look, when you do this, it really hurts me. It makes me feel like you don't care about me, makes me feel invalidated, makes me feel like my opinion doesn't matter, that all these kind of things. And a lot of the time you'll realize that what they're trying to say is not what they're actually saying. Or actually a better way of saying it is, what they're trying to say is not what you are hearing. Because again, you don't know, there is no objective truth. All we have is our intentions of what we're trying to say, and then all the other person has control over is what they're hearing, because it's always coming through the framework of your life, your story, the story you have of these people don't care about me, fathers are pieces of shit, mothers are pieces of shit. A big one that happens is, if your dad or your mother you have a problem with, you will start to I'll use an example. My father, right? My father acts a certain way, right? Let's say very aggressive, emotionally hostile. So anytime I see another human being who has maybe a couple of characteristics of my father, and we all have this, maybe you have this with your mother or your father, if you see, like, let's say, like, my father has 100 different characteristics that are what I am not a huge fan of. Now let's say 3 of them are very present in another human being. I'll project the other 97 characteristics on that other person. I'll say, I know who you are. You're a piece of shit. Even though maybe the other 97 things are actually great and they're nothing like my father. But if that's what we do, someone who appears to be like someone we despise, we then project the rest of their personality that we've taken from the person we don't like onto them. And that's why you'll notice, once you find conclusion with the parent in your life or the person in your life that has wounded you or scarred you, once you have completion with them, a lot of your problems with other people in your world disappear, because you stop projecting and thinking you know people better than you really do. But anyway, brilliant song. Love this one. Break Me, Shake Me. Just again, fun. But anyway, what were your thoughts on this one? Let me know down below if you're doing this album live with us. Let me know in the Discord what you thought of this one, what you think of the album so far. Just brilliant. Literally every song is incredible. 7 or 8 songs in. How many songs? We're 8 songs in, and every song has been absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. If you definitely give it a comment as well, something silly, profound, whatever you want. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to check out the entire full album reaction, first link down below, and join the support squad. Up to you guys. As always, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Peace.